Hello and welcome to the video. This is a slightly different video on the channel because it's talking about something that isn't radio control related, but it's definitely related to content creation, if I can even say it. This thing here is one of the latest gadgets that I've got. This is the Zoom F2. It's available in two different versions, the basic one, which is this one here, and also one that has Bluetooth, which allows you to do some more funky things. Now, when I first started making videos back in November 2007, nobody really cared about the audio. It was just showing people different things and how you sorted stuff out. And a lot of the audio was taken directly from the camera that I was using. Didn't even do any post-processing. Back then, 720p videos were very much de rigueur. And now it seems that even if you're making very simple videos talking to a camera, the expectation for content creation, particularly about the video, but also about the audio as well, is so much higher these days. Now, I have invested in quite a bit of audio equipment over the years. There's that kind of Meteor mic behind me that I used to use a lot. And then I upgraded to this thing here. If I take the top off this has been a loyal companion. This is the Zoom H4n Pro. Now, I've had this for maybe 5 years. It's a great one. It has inputs on the bottom for a couple of microphones, has omnidirectional microphones at the top. You can record stereo or individual tracks. It is fantastic. And when I'm doing stuff on the bench like this, it's usually just out of shot for the recording. However, there is a lapel mic here, and that's because the audio for this particular video is coming from this little chap. Now, the reason that I got this is that those bigger microphones, while they're very good for things like Zoom calls and that kind of stuff on Skype, there were a lot of instances where I wanted a situation where maybe I was wearing the hat cam at the field and my friend was doing something else, or vice versa. Typically, if I'm flying, they're being my spotter and they'll have the cap on, so that you can hear what they're saying very well, but you can't necessarily hear what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No,
not that you always want to, but it's handy to have some kind of little recorder that you can use like this. So I looked around for a very long time trying to make my mind up, and because I've had such a great experience with this piece of Zoom hardware, I thought, you know what, I'll go for another piece of Zoom hardware and got this F2. Now, this runs on two little AAA batteries. This has been used now for about, I got it just after Christmas, so what's that, 4 odd weeks? Still on the original batteries, believe it or not. And it is super simple to set up. So while I unbox it, let me go through some of the specs. But if you are looking for some kind of cheap and cheerful little high quality audio device that you can use pretty much anywhere, this I'm pretty impressed with. So again, this is the Zoom F2. Field recorder. It's a 32-bit floating recorder with full dynamic range, and it's clip-free recording, so there's no gain adjustment necessary for this. To use it is super simple. You just turn it on, wait for the battery light to go solid, and you hit the record button. There's a little red light that comes on top, and then when you're finished, you press the button again and the red light goes off. You can put it in hold mode, which means you can't then accidentally stop the recording, so you can just stuff it into your pocket or clip it on your belt. And there is even an audio out jack, so that you can plug in a pair of headphones if you want to check the levels and play things back. There is a USB-C connector at the top, and that's the way that I'm using it here. I'm doing recordings like I am right now, and then when I finished, I will just plug the USB-C cable from my computer into it and use it like a thumb drive, copy the audio files off, and you are good. Has a 80 Hz low cut filter built in, and it records directly onto a micro SD card, so you want a SDHC or a SDXC cards up to 1 terabyte, although the files are not particularly big. The F2BT model, which I haven't gone for, has a built-in Bluetooth for connection to an F2 control application for settings adjustment and remote transport control, and it reckons it's going to get about 15 hours of operation with two AAA alkaline batteries, and they came in the box. Also in the box, you'll notice that we have the clip, the microphone, and we also have a little cover for that as well. Now, in terms of editing, I've been using good old Audacity, which I've been using forever. The only thing I'm finding with this is that the volume that's recorded out of this is pretty low. There is an application that you can download and run on your computer when it's connected via a USB cable that allows you to change a few of the settings. Also, to send this little thing the date and time, which is then stamped on those recordings, which can make it easier to find the one that you need for the particular bit of audio or camera stuff that you've done as well. Now, the audio in this video has been edited very simply. I've done a bit of noise removal, although this microphone is pretty clean for that. And I've also done a little bit of light compression. That's about it. I haven't changed anything else. So you can hear how the mic is performing. It isn't as nice as some of the lapel mics that I have here, but it's perfectly serviceable. And with a bit of post-processing, you could kind of change the dynamic range, boost the bits that you weren't happy with, and make it sound the way you want. But out the box, it means that you have everything you need to kind of do this hands-free recording. So there's lots of things that I like about this, which is why I'm making the video. First and foremost is it's super easy to use. You don't have to be an expert to get the most from this. You put the batteries in, you plug in the microphone into the top, it locks in place. You stop and start recording using the button. You don't have to mess about. You don't have to be an audiophile to get a half decent recording. I like the fact it's so small that you can stick it in a pocket, and it has the clip on the back, so you can clip it onto your jeans, which means that if you're putting this on someone else, so you can record their audio in a nice clean way, then it doesn't matter what they're wearing. You can kind of stick it somewhere so it's handy and can do the recording locally. For me, I didn't want all the messing about with wireless stuff. This is great to just keep in the bag. I like the fact that it has those super simple controls. It has the audio out monitoring, although to be honest, I'm not using it. And it's powered by a set of AAA batteries. Perfect, because that means that if you are in a position where the batteries are starting to give up, you don't have to stop what you're doing and plug it in and then wait for it all to charge up. You can just grab yourself another couple of AAA batteries, pop them in, and you're good to carry on recording. I also like the way you just plug it in when it's powered on with the USB-C cable. Just pull the files off like you would a thumb drive. It makes it very easy. You don't even have to mess about trying to get the SD card out. Just a piece of cake to use, and you do not have to be an expert, which I'm very pleased about. And the last thing that I love is that massive battery life. Again, I'm recording this here. If I put it up, hopefully, I don't know if you'll be able to see here. As I talk, you can see the volume levels. I was trying to do it on my face. So as I talk, you can see the volume level. You can see the record LED at the top. It just works. And I love stuff like this, that you don't have to read a 20-page manual in order to get the best from it. Only a couple of things to be aware of with this. There's no soft case. I'm using one of the old bags that I got with, I think it was one of those graphite batteries from Hobby King back in the day. This is what I'm keeping it in. It would have been nice to have some kind of soft bag to keep it from getting damaged when you're moving it around, or maybe you have a couple of them to record different people in different parts of a room. The microphone is good, but it's not super duper, but for general audio recording like this, you know what, it's absolutely fine. Again, there are two versions. There's the basic one that I've got here, but there's also the one that has the Bluetooth stuff on that gives you some more functionality. I think if you are just looking for basic functionality like I am here, you know, you just click it on, you hit a button, it starts recording, you hit the button again, it stops. You don't necessarily need the Bluetooth one. Fortunately, it isn't super cheap, but then things like that work really well don't tend to be. So this isn't like a 20, 30 pound device. If any of you use that kind of stuff, that's that kind of price, I'd be interested to know what other people use, because you do see content creators, and a lot of us don't talk about the kit that we use. I did a whole series actually for Patreons that talks about my videoing process, but this one is something that, like I say, has been quite a recent addition, so I thought I'd mention it. So that is the Zoom F2 field recorder. Gets a big thumbs up from me. Very, very pleased with it, and it is performing flawlessly and just works. In fact, lots of videos that you've probably been watching on the channel, now you've heard what this microphone sounds like, you'll probably know which videos I'm talking about. Entire series have been shot over the past 4 weeks with this microphone, and it's been incredibly freeing to just be able to clip it onto my lapel, to be able to stick this in my back pocket, hit record, and then move around and do all those things and not worry about the fact that I'm getting too far away from the microphone and that's going to damage the level of the audio, and I'm going to have to fix that in post. It's always with me, it's always on my lapel. I can move around and go from the computer back to the bench and do whatever I want, and it'd be great. Plus, now when I'm doing those kind of maiden flights, you'll be able to hear what I'm saying as well as my spotter who's wearing a cap, and that will mean that as I explain the process I'm going through, should be a little bit clearer as well. And for those times when I am doing stuff, like for example with Ben up at 3DXR, for example, he can wear this thing, and in fact he has, videos are coming out at the moment where we use this to do some of that audio recording. Links down below if you're interested, but if you've been looking for an audio recorder that's kind of standalone, that you don't have to worry about wireless for, you don't have to be an audiophile to use, that has super simple controls and runs on a couple of AAA batteries, this one is the one I'd recommend right now. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.